If you're Californian, Prop 19 has huge implications on your property taxes. For seniors, the disabled, and victims of natural disasters, Prop 19 has improved the benefit significantly, which I'll dive into right now. At the end of the video, I'll explain how Prop 19 affects those who are inheriting a property. Prop 19, which became effective on April 1st, 2021, is no joke. It allows seniors, disabled, and victims of natural disasters to transfer their lower tax assessments when they sell and buy a new home. Here's how it works. Let's say if you have $1 million home that has a $300,000 tax assessment since you bought it so long ago. You can now sell that home and buy a $1 million home and keep that same $300,000 tax assessments rather than getting reassessed. Prop 19 replaced previous Prop 60 and Prop 90, which allowed you to do this before, but only once in select counties and only if you were purchasing a property that's of the same or lesser value. But since this was so limiting, they found that most people weren't using this, so they introduced Prop 19, which improves on those criteria. You can now do it up to 3 times. So if few years from now you want to sell and buy a new property, you're able to do that. You can now also sell your home in California and purchase a new home in any other county in California. Also, you're able to purchase a replacement property that's worth more than what you sold your original home for. Here's an example of how that works. Let's say you sold that same $1 million home from before, which has a $300,000 tax assessment, and decided to buy a $2 million home. You'll be able to transfer the low tax assessments for the first $1 million of this home and then pay the full tax assessment on the second $1 million. So your final tax assessment on this $2 million home will only be $1.3 million. Now, I'm a realtor, not a CPA, so here's my favorite saying: consult your tax professional. Here are some of the requirements. Both the property being sold and the replacement property has to be a primary resident. To be qualified as a senior, one of the homeowner has to be 55 years or older when the original property is sold. The replacement property has to be purchased within 2 years after the sale of the original property. You must also have homeowner's exemption on the property that was sold and also on the property that's the replacement property. If you haven't done that on your primary residence, I'll include that in the descriptions below. It will guide you with the steps and it will save you about $70 a year in taxes. When it comes to inheritance tax, Prop 19 has replaced Prop 58. This only applies to property being inherited from a parent to a child or a grandparent to a grandchild. So if you inherited your property from your rich uncle, this doesn't apply to you. Now here are the requirements. It has to be a primary residence to qualify, so no rentals, no commercial property. The property must be a primary resident of the parent or the grandparent. The property must become a primary resident of the child or the grandchild within a year, and the homeowner exception also has to be filed within that first year. This is a change from Prop 58, which allowed the child to use the inherited property as a rental. The transfer benefit from a grandparent to a grandchild only applies if the parents are deceased. If you need help guiding you through this, you can reach me at 626-536-4382. Like and subscribe for future videos. Till next time, bye bye.